Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we will be discussing the global Unova tour. We'll be running through what I managed to get during the weekend, but also the event as a whole. So my personal review on this event, please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the Unova tour global. But my personal view of the event is that the shiny odds were just very much lacking. Of course, a lot of the Pokemon were 1 in 512 odds, which were very good. In past tour events, where we've had Go Tour events in the past, we've had increased shiny odds. Yes, you've had to buy a ticket for it, but we have had those increased shiny odds. This time round, there was no ticket. It was effectively a free event, but it was probably the most expensive free event. If you brought all the add-on tickets, there was a raid ticket, there was an egg hatch ticket, and there was also that unique, that first one-off of the Deluxe Tour Pass as well, which meant you got an extra encounter with Victini right at the start of it. And if you go up to level 100, then you've got the Lucky Trinket, which is a special item only just released in the game, and you have to use it within 9 days. You have to use it before March the 9th to be able to take effect from that Lucky Trinket. And what it does is it basically, anybody in your friendship list that you want to choose from, you can instantly go lucky with those. And you don't have to be your best friends, they can just be great friends or higher, and you instantly go lucky with that person. But it's a bit of a shame that you have to use that before March the 9th. So overall, the event was very, very disappointed with the shiny odds. There was a few shiny boosted Pokemon. Dealing, one of the new shinies, it was probably one of the highlights of the weekend, with it being shiny boosted. But we're going to look into the other ones as well that have been shiny for us over this weekend. And of course, White and Black Kyurem on those 5-star raids. That was probably another highlight of the weekend. But let's go ahead and see what we got in the Unova Tour Global and see what shinies you've got. So if we have a look on our Pokemon, let's have a quick look and see what we got. So first of all, we will have a look at our shinies. So let's go ahead and go on to our shinies. If we type in age 0 to 1 and shiny, we'll be able to see the most recent shinies that we've had over the past 2 days of the Unova Global Tour. So looking at this, we've got quite a few decent shinies really. So if we start from the bottom, if we start from the least recent, we will see the first shiny of the event what we managed to get was in fact this Roller. So Roller, of course, not a particularly fun shiny to get. It did have a community day a couple of years ago, but it is a relatively nice shiny nonetheless. We also had a Dealing, the first Dealing that we managed to get over the weekend. Very, very nice. Oshawott was the path I chose, so therefore Oshawott spawned more frequently on the incense, and we did manage to get a shiny Oshawott from that. Pikachu with the visor, the white and pink visor there. Another Dealing, the winter Dealing again. And then we had another Dealing, but this one was traded to us and it went lucky, which was really, really good luck. And we had a Basculin from the route. So this one is the red stripe Basculin, which here in the UK is the opposite Basculin to what we normally get. We normally get the blue stripe Basculin. So I'm quite happy to get the red one in the collection. And it was a 3-star, so nice touch on that one. Then we had another Dealing, this one being the spring one, I believe. Maybe a spring, maybe an autumn. Let me know in the comments. I always get confused with these. Bouffalont shiny. This one, obviously one of the highlights of the event was that those regionals were in the 10-kilometer eggs. And you could still get those 10-kilometer eggs just after the event. A couple of hours after the event, you could still get those 10-kilometer eggs. I believe they've gone now, but let's have a look, see if we've got any more regionals. But Bouffalont, Siliglyph, and Maractus were all in those 10-kilometer eggs. Siliglyph was also on one of the Enigma stops, but we'll have a look at that in just a moment. And the Timber we managed to get as well, pretty nice Timber, but again, has had a community day, so not brilliant on that respect. This one, a summer Dealing, really obvious this one, with it being the green. Very, very nice shiny indeed. The white Cat Pikachu. Now this was a Pikachu that I hadn't got before. Of course, these Pikachus got released on the Pokemon Day on Thursday when we had the Pokemon Presents. Couple of hours after that, there was a special surprise Pikachu event, and these Pikachu started spawning everywhere. And since then, they have been shiny. They are 1 in 64 odds as well, same as the Dealing over a weekend. Guessing we go back to full odds now, the Dealing. But these Pikachus, very, very nice shinies. 4 hats in total, 2 visors, 2 hats, and I managed to get 1 of each, this one being the last one we needed. So very, very nice. In fact, Solosis, nice shiny, but again, has been around for quite some time. Pikachu with a red visor this time around. Kyurem, we did do a couple of raids on Saturday. These are still the Saturday shinies. So Kyurem, managed to get a shiny Kyurem. Again, 3-star, but not brilliant as a 3-star. But does he have a move? No, unfortunately doesn't. He doesn't have the Glaciate move. Now, I believe Glaciate was guaranteed on the white or black Kyurems that you raided, depending on which path you chose. So you might have some with Glaciate that have been shiny for you. Let me know in the comments below if you have. 2021 shiny, quite a nice shiny this one. It's 91 IV, missing 4 in total, 14, 14, 13 on that one. So very, very nice shiny indeed. And it hasn't got the move, unfortunately. It's only got Blizzard, so a little bit disappointing on that one. Then we had a Machop. Now this was out of hours after the Saturday had finished, after 6 o'clock. We had a random Machop spawn at the home. So nice little home shiny, but still, let's have a quick look and see what we got. So that is Saturday's shinies. Sunday, let's have a quick look and see how it started. We started off with winter dealing, very, very nice winter dealing. Of course, winter was the first region or the first time zone that happened on both days. Then we had a Snivy, so that was a nice, unusual shiny. Again, has had a community day, so these starter ones have all had community days now. So it's not like we need the shinies, but still, shiny is a shiny. And with shinies being very few and far between this weekend, unlike other Go Tours, I'm not going to complain. Timber again on day number 2. Then we had another summer dealing, and followed by another summer dealing, and followed by a third summer dealing. So 4 summer dealings in total, shiny for us over the weekend. We then had this spring one, I believe. No, autumn one this is. You can see from the evolution button down below, loads of leaves on its branches. This is the autumn one. We managed to get one of those. And here we are, another Maractus shiny. Well, our first Maractus shiny, should I say, but another regional shiny. So we've got Boufflant. We have now got Maractus, again from those 10 eggs. And unfortunately, the stats are very disappointing, really. 11, 11, 11. Now, 10, 10, 10 is a floor, so we are very close to a floor. But still, a Maractus shiny is a Maractus shiny. It's going to be very, very rare after this, especially here in the UK. And then we had a winter dealing, as you can see from the IVs. This one was caught in the wild. Then another Kyurem, nice little Kyurem there. And do we have a move on this one? We do. So this was obviously the Kyurem White that I chose as a pathway. We managed to get the move on this Kyurem. Very, very nice indeed. And we did get another Kyurem, and this time not with a move, but with a background. So these black or white backgrounds were available on the Kyurems throughout the weekend, and also on the Reshiram Zekrom as well, if you raided them as well. Now, this one, a 2-star, but it has got a background, so potentially something good for a lucky trade with somebody in the future. Now, another dealing, this one a 96 IV, this one cut from a task, so very, very nice shiny dealing indeed. And this one was the last one that I needed from a collection to get 2 of each dealing, and it was an extra large from a research task, very, very nice as well. It was the last one of this type of dealing that I claimed on the research task in the last hour. So very, very nice indeed to be able to finish off that family and get an extra large shiny one in the process. Now, 2001 CP Kyurem, and it has got the move. So very, very nice indeed, but 2001, not very good on the stats. It is a 2-star, but it is something we could lucky trade as well. Now, this one was one of the highlights of the day for me, and it finished off that all-important regional set. Silliglyph. And this one has a background because it is from those Enigma Pokestops. So Enigma Pokestops, if you spun a Pokestop and it had an Enigma research task, that's a little banner going around a research task that said Enigma in the bottom right hand corner, then those could get the background, or was guaranteed to get the background, and one of those tasks could reward Silliglyph. Now, Silliglyph, I managed to get one of those tasks, and it was shiny. So we managed to get the regionals set complete. Boufflant, Maractus, and Silliglyph all complete, and Silliglyph has got the background. Unfortunately, the stats aren't brilliant at 10, 10, 14, but I'm not going to complain about that. It's a shiny Silliglyph with a background. It's very, very cool, and one of the mementos of the Go Tour Unova, definitely. Now, after that, we got another shiny Maractus, again hatched from an egg, and again a 2-star, so not very good on my IVs, but potentially something that we could look to trade somebody if they needed a Maractus. We have got a spare now, so potentially if somebody's got a regional that we need, we could trade this Maractus away. So very, very nice, something for a bit of trade fodder in the future. Now, that's how the day ended. We managed to get 33 shinies over the weekend. Now, again, I do repeat, shiny odds were very, very disappointing this weekend. And unlike other Go Tours, where the boosted shinies are about, a lot of the shinies that were available in the wild were full odds. So very, very disappointing. Me personally, of course, I play day in, day out. I've got a load of these shinies already. So from the Unova, I wasn't missing that much going into the weekend. And in fact, what I was missing, I've pretty much picked up over this weekend. The only thing I did miss out on still was the red striped Basculin. Sorry, the blue striped Basculin. The red stripe we managed to get, but the blue we missed out on. But here in the UK, we do get the blue striped Basculin anyway, and therefore I'm not going to be too disheartened about that. The main thing for me was those regionals and the dealings. But unfortunately for other people who perhaps don't play the game day in, day out, who perhaps play it a little bit less frequently than what I do, you probably were missing a lot from the Unova in terms of shiny, and some people sort of guaranteed, you know, try to wait for these Unova Go Tours or the Go Tours to try and have a better chance of getting all the shinies in that region. And this one with the full odds for most things just were a little bit disappointed. I don't mind getting shinies and being able to trade them away to people who need them if I've already got some already myself, but I wasn't even able to do that because the shinies odds were just so high. So very, very disappointing in terms of shiny odds. 1 in 512, like I say, for a lot of things. The things that were boosted, we managed to get quite a lot of, but again, not a brilliant event as compared to other Go Tours in the past. Now, in terms of other things that we managed to get throughout today, let's just have a quick look and see how many Kyurems we managed to do. Now, we did have to delete some of these on Saturday to make some room, so let's have a quick look and see how many we did on Sunday, and you'll be able to see how many we managed to do. So 54 Kyurem raids on Sunday alone. Really, really good effort on the raid front on Sunday. On Saturday, I probably did around about 10 and managed to get 2 shinies. On Sunday, we did 54 Kyurems. So loads and loads of Kyurems. And the best one of the day was this 98 with a background. So very, very cool 98 with a background. And if you do have a Kyurem with a background and you fuse it with a Reshiram or Zekrom with a background, you do get a special one-off background where it merges together, similar to how you used to fuse Solgaleo or Lunala with a background to Necrozma. The same sort of thing happens, you get a one-off fused background. So really, really nice tip to try and do yourself. So I'll definitely be fusing this one with a Reshiram or Zekrom with a background. But 98 was the best that we managed to have today. In terms of hundos throughout the weekend, let's have a quick look and see what we've got. Now, 4-star and age 0 to 1. And 3 dealings was what we managed to get hundo-wise. So overall, we managed to get 2 summer ones, one being extra large summer one. And as you can see from the CPs, these are all from the research task. So 486 was a hundo from a research task. I was going after dealings quite a lot over the weekend, as you could probably tell with how many shinies and hundos we've got. So overall, a little bit of a disappointing event, but I've managed to get all the shinies I wanted from this event, apart from that blue Basculin. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the event. Last but not least, before we finish the video, XP. We are all doing it for the XP, especially this year with me trying to target 1 billion XP by the end of the year. Remember, we started this year on 541.5 million at the start of January, and we've been doing a monthly update, and at the start of February, at the start of March, should I say, we're into March now. At the start of March, if you checked out the video that I posted up yesterday morning, you'll see that we started March on 631.5 million. So how much XP have we earned in 2 days of Unova Go Tour? Let's have a quick look. 631.5. We are now on 648.7. So an increase of 17.2 million XP in just 2 days. An absolutely obscene amount of XP. We did have Lucky Egg going the whole 8 hours on both days. So 17.2 million, a really, really good effort. So Saturday, I managed to get around about 10 million. Sunday, I managed to get around about 7.2, mainly because I was hosting the event on Sunday in my local community. So therefore, I was taking my time a bit more and making sure people in my community got what they needed to get out of the event. So that's why the drop off of XP, but still, when I say drop off, 17.2 million is a really, really good weekend in any event. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on Pokemon Go, Unova Tour, and what you thought of the shiny rate. And also, did you manage to get what you wanted out of the event? Let me know. Thanks very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.